This summer, I was working in a non-profit organization, Hulu Culture, as an intern. At the beginning, I was like all the other office lady working in a comfortable air-conditioned room. I was sitting in the main office meeting room with a nice view with other interns, and sometimes we worked in the Quinton Back factory office, which used to be an exhibition place of Hulu. We were having fun together, as you can see. However, my office lady time wasn't last so long. My work is mainly about managing art workshop with the theme Yunlong, Twin Moon, and Tinshui. My first mission is to follow the group of students from design institutes to the guide tours in these places. Speaking of Tinshui, I have been there before, but I haven't realized there is such a beautiful park with gigantic grass field. These photos were taken when we were visiting Tunmun Chunqiwai and Qingxunwai. The tour guide has told us many about their history and culture. Even though I am not one of the participants, I'm still glad to have a chance to know more. This is when we were having guide tour in Yunnan Namshanwai. My daily work is to manage the workshops in a campus in Kowloon. There are mainly 6 classes to be managed, with different project natures, include lanterns making, design projects, furniture and signage production, wall painting, and comic publishing. I'm glad to see how these great works were created, and it was also inspirational to me. Among all these places I have visited, YeungTsz village impressed me the most. The village is in Yunnan, close to Lok Ma Chau. Geographically, it seems to be the edge of Hong Kong, and in fact, the situation of this village is also edging. High-speed rail construction has caused the villagers many troubles like drying out the wells and polluting the drinkable water. Originally, the village got abundant soil for farming, decent place for keeping chickens and other animals, but the construction ruined them all. For now, they can only do a little farming for their own use, and most of the time they have to go to Yunnan City for vegetables. To make it worse, the inconvenience of traffic was not being issued right away by the Highways Department. It took them years to fight for minibus for longer working hours and more stops. There were even no clear signages on the road to show drivers the way before they successfully fought for it. Not even ambulance can accurately find the way to the casualty. Just because nothing came easy in YeungTsz, they do not trust outsiders. Not to mention youngsters like us. They were worried about the quality of work. They do not need promotion or beautifying work. Instead, they just want to deliver their message to the government to deal with their problems. Luckily, our students were so willing to help after hearing their stories. They have put a lot of efforts without concerning the extreme weather. They tried their best, and the hard work paid off. There are many similar villages having the same problem and vanished one by one in recent years. For us who are living in city, restaurants and markets are everywhere. It is hard to imagine even getting some fresh water is not easy in Hong Kong. One of the villagers even told us angrily that the house of her neighbor has been torn down overnight because the land belongs to the government. It sounds totally ridiculous, but it actually happens in these non-indigenous villages. Now the series of projects were over. Villagers were amazed by the beautiful works done by the students. You can tell from their happy faces. They have got several wall paintings expressing how helpless they are with the construction of high-speed railways. Some furniture were tailor-made for the elderly to get some decent rest under the pavilion. Walking path signages were also set to show not just the direction, but to show the outsiders the history of the spots so that they can understand village background better. Hopefully, these works are not going to vanish together with YeungTsz years later. Alright, I may be too pessimistic to say so. Let's hope for good. I very much respect the idea of conserving our local culture, so it was my pleasure to work in Hulu culture. Although it was really a very hot summer, I have got a little tan after traveling around the western part of New Territories. Here, I would like to thank my caring and considerate boss, supervisor, and my lovely colleagues. Without them, I would not have enjoyed my internship that much. That's all for my presentation. Thank you.